In this video, I'm going to show you how to add a Facebook Messenger chat box to your Squarespace website. Now, in order to do this, you do have to have a Squarespace business plan. You will also need to have a Facebook for Business account. So to get started, you're going to go to business.facebook.com/latest/inbox. And this is where you can manage all of your messages that come through on both Instagram and Facebook. Then you want to come up to settings and select view all settings. So you're going to select chat plugin, and then we need to make sure that your domain is set up. You're going to select this, and you're going to put your entire website domain in this box. And this is what I do. I have the version with the www, and then I have the version without. Now, if you want to be able to see the chat box when you're actually logged into your website on the back end, you can add your built-in Squarespace domain here, and I'll show you where you can find that. On the back end of your website, you would just go to settings, and then you would select domains. And where it says built-in domain, you'll see it right here. It might be a series of random letters and numbers. You can always change the name of your built-in domain, by the way, in case you didn't know that. But this is my built-in domain. So I'm going to go ahead and put this over here. So it's basically the same as my regular domain, except it's genxwebdesign.squarespace.com. And now I'm just going to save this. Now I'm going to set up a chat automation. So I'm going to select automations. Now you have some options here. This is where you can add automated messages based on your set schedule. And also you could use this as a place to display FAQs with custom responses. You can set away hours and mess around with the schedule. And in case you're wondering where that is, it's down here. You would select edit, and then you would choose the days that you are actually away. So that's probably important to know. Select the hours when you're away each week and make sure the time zone is correct. Then down here, you can choose to have a greeting and a welcome message. So these are two different things. Your greeting can be something like, maybe something like this. Hi, friend, I love giving free advice, so ask away. Or if you're having some kind of promotion, you can put that here too. And then this down here is what people get once they've actually sent a message to you. So you can edit this to say whatever you want. And then there are a few frequently asked questions. So edit these questions and answers so that they make sense for your business. And of course, make sure everything is spelled correctly. Now I'm going to close this and come down to customize your chat plugin. Now I definitely recommend toggling this on. Otherwise, whoever is trying to chat with you would have to actually log in to Facebook. So keep that one on. And then down here, you can customize your button. So let's see what happens when we turn it on. Okay. So this is the default, and that looks like Facebook Blue to me. So this is where you would want to put your brand colors. So you would just click on here and then paste the hex code for one of your brand colors here. I'm going to choose orange and then see how I like it on my website. And then I'll just minimize this again to reduce the clutter. Now you can see down here how it will actually appear on your website. So you can kind of play around with this a little bit. These are your options: icon only, icon and text, text only. If you want to use text, you can choose how you want that to read, either chat, ask us, or help. And you also have the option of just displaying the button and the greeting, or the entire window right on your website. You can also choose how you want the chat button size to appear on desktop. You can see how the size of the button is changing over here. And then also on mobile. And then here, chat window size, you can choose whether you want standard or compact. And the alignment, whether you want it to the left or to the right. Most people are used to seeing the chat box in the lower right, so I recommend leaving it in the lower right. So up here you can select if you want to take another look at how it might look on mobile. You can click here, and then this gives you the desktop preview right here. You can mess around with these numbers too if you want to, and you can see how a higher number brings it farther away from the edge, but I think that this looks pretty good, so I'm going to leave it at 24. Once you have it set up the way that you like, then scroll back up to the top and select Setup. So if you have any of these websites, all you have to do is select it and it should give you instructions. Or you can just select this and get the code that you need to just embed it. But we are using Squarespace today, so I'm going to select that. Okay, make sure, obviously, that the correct language is selected. Save it. Make sure that these all look good. Save that. And now you have the code, and all you have to do is copy it. Select Next. And here are your instructions. They are pretty straightforward. So we're going to go back over to the website, and we're going to go into Settings, Advanced Code Injection, and paste the code that we just copied into the footer section and hit Save. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to go right over to my website. I'm going into Settings. I'm going into all the way to the bottom to Advanced, and then Code Injection. This is my footer. I already have one other thing in my footer, so I'm just going to paste this below the other code and hit Save. And now I can see it here, right here in the lower right-hand corner of my website. Now, there it is. Great. What I love about this plugin is that if you want to make any changes, all you have to do is make those changes over here and it automatically updates. You do not need to re-embed the code. So you can go in and you can change your greetings, you can change your availability, you can change your color. And when you refresh the browser, you'll be able to see the change. So let's try changing the color of the button. I'm going to make it red. But what you need to do now is you're not going to go up and select Set Up. You're going to select Publish. And this is how the changes will actually be made. So I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to refresh this up here in my browser. And now the chat button is red. I like it much better this way. It's a lot more prominent. Now, when people message you, you're going to find those messages over here in your inbox. See them in Messenger. Adding a chat box to your website is a really great way to encourage customers to engage with you. Remember, you don't get to choose how your customer wants to engage with you or when. So this allows them to send you a message whenever it's convenient for them. And you're basically just leaving the door wide open for your customers. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, follow me, and maybe even share this with someone who you think could use a little bit of help.